Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about brands that I have recently been losing interest in or have lost interest in altogether. I want to start off by saying this is not brands that I am boycotting or not supporting or anything like that. There might be one or two in here that I no longer support, but overall these are just brands that I don't know, I haven't really been interested in them. I'm not tempted to buy their stuff, and for one reason or another, I am not tempted to spend my coin at all. The first two go together. They're sisters, so I'm sure that gives it away. KYLIE Cosmetics and KKW Beauty from Kim Kardashian. So both of these companies have a zero return policy, and I understand that to an extent, but when your eyeshadow palette comes smelling that horribly, or your lipstick comes to me smelling like I'm not going to put that on my mouth and then you won't just exchange it, I have issue with that. Customer service is lacking. I have had no luck with KYLIE's eyeshadow palette. So like, not even if I'm interested in it, I'm looking at the palette and I'm like, oh, this is cute. I'm not gonna buy it because the risk factor with buying anything is too high. I feel like I regret the things that I purchase from both of these brands more than I am happy with them and more than what I will get any use out of. The KKW and Mario palette, it was okay, it was nice, it was fine, but it was just nothing to write home about. My biggest issue was the lipstick. Like, how are you gonna send me a lipstick that smells like crayons and then tell me that you aren't going to swap it out because it has no scent? Customer service is poor, and for me, not interested in purchasing anything from both of those brands. LIMECRIME Cosmetics. So I've never told this story on camera before, but my very first one I ever put out on YouTube was using the Venus palette, and I searched high and low. I did not want to buy that palette. I just wanted that red shade, like that, you know, the shade that is in all the palettes now, but back then, like, LIMECRIME was one of the first ones to put that shade out, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I bought the palette. I did a review or a tutorial with it, and then the day or day after I put that video up, everything hit the fan. Everything hit the fan, and I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I don't like to get into trouble. I don't like to do it. I just like to kind of tiptoe around it. I don't want to talk about it, but they've been consistently releasing just, like, I don't know, childish stuff. I know Too Faced does this, but something about the way LIMECRIME does it, and then all the stuff that you find out about LIMECRIME. And on top of that, I lost money. Like, I am one of the people that lost money with that whole scandal, and I know that websites get hacked and this stuff happens. It was just the way they went about it. But even then, it took me a while to just be like, you know what, I'm not even interested in you guys anymore. Whatever. Kat Von D, and this is not because of drama. I stated in my video that I didn't agree with the anti-vax thing, and I also stated that I wasn't going to boycott her, and I'm not going to, but I do want to say that I'm just not interested anymore, especially after the anniversary collection. That was such a huge letdown for me. I don't know if my taste has changed and I don't feel like her products are really up to par, or if their products have just gone down in quality. I loved my Shade in My Eye palette, and then I loved my Pastel Goth, and it just seems like I haven't really loved a palette from her since then. I really wanted the 10th anniversary palette. I really wanted that to work, and it let me down so much. And then she's coming out with these highlighters that, like, I already have the palette, now you're selling them in singles. Some of the products don't make sense. I watched a video with that eyeliner, and the girl's eyes got so red, I was like, oh, we're not trying that either. And like, I feel like I buy Kat Von D more so to review for people than I do for myself, other than like that Kat Von D 10th anniversary collection. I legit wanted that, but I'm losing interest in her brand. VISEART, they had my heart for such a long time, and then they started releasing the Theory palettes, and It's another thing where I feel like the quality is not the same. I don't really care for their shimmers. I understand. Like every time I talk about their shimmer, someone's like, they're meant for makeup artists. Da, 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 da. They're meant to be sheer or I am a makeup artist. I do freelance work. I apply makeup to other people and I do not want those in my kit. I'm sorry. Like I want an eyeshadow that I can sheer out or build up to intensity if I need it. I don't want to grab for something that's going to be more intense. Like I just don't like the shimmers at all. And then the mattes, I just don't think that they are the same as that when they first came out with those 12 pan all matte palettes. I still love those, but I'm seeing things come out and just like, I'm not interested. I bought a few of the Theory palettes and I returned some. I have one left and I have not bought another one. I bought the Tryst. Nah, didn't like it. And I know they're about to come out with another Mega Pro or whatever it is, and I'm not going to buy it. I have just lost interest in VISEART, sadly. And I'm not saying that they're a bad brand, so don't come for me. It's just, I don't have interest in them anymore. Z palette. Now, we all know what happened with Z palette. They dug their own grave with that, but aside from that, just I think that I had already kind of stopped whenever that happened because things like this palette right here, this is from Tarte, I believe it was $17. It's hard, very good quality. You get a flippin' mirror in here and they're so nice. I have like 4 or 5 different styles of these. I have them in smaller ones. I have like the JD Glow, that huge palette. I just feel like there's so many more options that I don't really care about the Z palette anymore, so I haven't been looking for anything they've put out. Beauty Blender. So I never thought that I would say this because Beauty Blender sponge, when it was out and it was new and I had only used the Beauty Blender sponge, nothing compared. People were like, oh, the Real Techniques is just like it. No, it's not. It's not the same. But it's kind of like with everything else, when stuff comes out, they're not the greatest, but then they start getting better. And I feel like some of these drugstore brands have either gotten on par or better than the Beauty Blender. The Linda Hallberg sponge, I feel, is better than the Beauty Blender. It's more, I think that's $15. It's just a little bit cheaper. But then the Sonia Kashuk sponge, absolutely love. Just make sure you don't get a stiff one. I don't know. I'm still on the fence with that. Like, if I keep getting stiff ones, oh my God. Okay, you guys know what I meant. If I keep getting stiff sponges, okay, if I keep getting stiff sponges, I am going to get angry because my beloved Sonia Kashuk sponges are super soft. This is a stiffer one, so I wanted to show you. I used this one today. I don't particularly love those, but I don't hate them either. If you get a soft one, they're better than the Beauty Blender. The L'Oreal sponge is on par with the Beauty Blender. So like, I just have too many options now to support a $20 sponge. And I was really interested in that foundation and then they ruined it. Like, you did worse than what Tarte did. I saw those swatches. In my head, I don't know what I was thinking. I was so interested in it and I saw the shade range, but I'm like, oh, they're frosted bottles. And then I saw the swatches and I was like, oh, no, honey, what is you doing? So I'm leaving that alone. Not interested in the brand right now. Yeah. One more. KEVYN AUCOIN. I love KEVYN AUCOIN. I love their stuff. I think they make really quality products, but I have completely lost interest. I lost interest right around they released the Molten Liquid Lip or something. It was like a gloss. I don't know. And then they released this highlighter palette. The last thing I bought was the Electro Pop eyeshadow palette, which is really good quality, but I don't care about these palettes and I don't care about anything that they've been putting out. They are so far out of the window of what I am looking out for. All right, so those are the brands that I just kind of lost or losing interest in. Let me know down below what you think. Again, I want to put this in here, like, if all of a sudden these brands come out with something amazing, it's not like I'm not going to buy them. I'm just not looking out for them right now. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.